Thank you so much. Well, it's quite an honor to be here today, and it's actually quite terrifying at the moment. I want to thank you all for coming to this workshop, and I think I need to grab this. So today I'm going to be talking a lot about chronic pain, and I have quite a bit to say. You know, working with chronic pain, it was never my intention to start with this population. I worked 16 years. Actually, I've been working, I say over 25 years of experience in the field. I've been almost in the field about 30 years now, about 28 as a psychotherapist, and it's been, I guess, now 11 years with chronic pain. But I consider myself a trauma therapist, and working with this population, I'll hopefully convince you that I am a trauma therapist, and all of us that work with chronic pain, we need to stay focused with what's underneath the chronic pain conditions, which we'll find out is trauma, trauma, trauma. And so I'm going to start with this slide here, that the body wants to heal. It just needs to remember how. And I always, I consider, that all living beings are innately wired and programmed to live and survive and thrive. But sometimes things go awry. And oftentimes, as we all know as trauma therapists, many things can go awry. But it's not with just chronic pain, but with all conditions. It's my role is to figure out how to get things going back on course. But I'm not doing the healing. Nature heals. And if we keep that perspective that we're just agents of nature, and in my opinion, that's what human beings, that we should all be able to use our abilities and capabilities, and that fits with our innateness as species, that are cooperative caretakers, and that's how we have survived throughout all the thousands of years. I guess it's been about 100,000 years we've been Homo sapiens, and it's through our cooperative caretaking that we've survived. And if we're going to continue to survive as a species, we must expand beyond each other to a more macro and global level, to the earth, to all living beings. But in the end, nature heals, and it's our job as therapists, to act as facilitators of this healing. And so I'm going to also start with a disclaimer that this isn't my information, at least not most of it. I went to Dr. Popke's training for a DETER protocol years ago, and I love this quote that he said. He says, if you steal from one, it's called plagiarism, but if you steal from many, it's called creativity. And I'm a very creative person. I steal, I borrow, I beg for information, I go on all these rabbit trails down the internet, I read quite a bit. Now, I did develop some techniques that I'm going to go through, but really, it's really collecting information and taking protocols and expanding on some. But it's really putting a lot of information, theories, orientations, and seeing how we can put these things together to come up with paradigms and methods and methodologies that work. And hopefully I'll give credit throughout this workshop, in my bibliography and as we go through, to all the places I get my information. But, it's really the clients that teach me the most. They're the ones that, and I do call them clients, not patients. I've worked in lots of medical centers, but I try to get out of that medical model and just look at people as people. And I'm a consultant for my clients, and I'm a consultant for the health and well-being. And really, they're the ones that teach me what works and what doesn't work, and what works in some circumstances and doesn't work in other circumstances. And so they're my biggest teachers. Now,